Greetings and salutations, viewers. I'm StarPrincessHLC, and welcome back to Cupid. When I last left off, Rosa read Guilleme's diary. Turns out he is some kind of strange demon creature that feeds off of people's love. And it turns out, I guess, that Rosa is also one of those demons that feeds off of love, but Mother prevented her from doing that. But due to some actions from Mother, she's kind of gone a little crazy, and now she is obsessed with loving and murdering Guilleme at the same time. So now there's going to be probably a little confrontation coming up. Let's see how this is going to go. Hi, Gilly. Thanks for waiting for me to finish. I got so excited at the thought of you coming over that I couldn't help myself. It feels good to release pent-up frustration, doesn't it? The woman stepped forward, and Guilleme instinctively took a step back. Oh boy. See, you are my biggest frustration. Years, Guilleme, years I held myself back, fighting my own nature. For what? I don't even know anymore. Sweat dribbled on Guilleme's brow. He wiped it off hastily. He could feel his muscles tensing, unclenching in his abdomen, akin to being touched. What do you want? Rosa giggled. Retribution. But not before I get to play around. Mother allowed me just this once. A reward for being a good girl. Guilleme's visions spun. The sweat poured off his whole body. His breathing was bated and hot. He clutched his dagger and brandished it. Release me from the spell now. I'm warning you. That is adorable. She stepped towards him. Guilleme was a glint of something sharp, or saw a glint of something sharp in one of her hands. Is it a knife too? His head pulsed like a splinter was stuck in his brain. Guilleme felt like a child now. He suddenly realized how puny his demand sounded. Do you really want to fight me, Guilleme? I know how to kill you. A strike to the heart. A wound that will never heal. She was taunting him. And the spell? I made the spell especially for you. Your own power of emitting desire is used against you. It makes my spell more powerful, while you become weaker. You must admit, it is impressive. I am more powerful than you, Guilleme. Guilleme choked on his own spit. He swallowed and swallowed, but the liquid in his mouth seemed to drown him. What does it feel like, being seduced against your own will? She stepped even closer to him, so close that her bosom rubbed on his arm. Guilleme couldn't move. His arms felt heavy and numb. His dagger clattered to the floor as she stepped nearer. Her power was double his own. The spell seemed to magnify it with her proximity. She ran her hands over his chest, chasing a finger down his shirt. Getting torn down the middle must be excruciating. Now you know how your victim feels, you dirty monster. Who are you? I'm your judge, Guilleme. I'm your scourge, your truth. I am like you, a creature that emanates and feeds on desire. But unlike you, I am clean. I am pure. What? Mother's love. She keeps me clean. I am attached to her teat and sucking at her love away after she died. Isn't it wonderful? You should know, Guilleme. You sired me. What? Rosa took out the locket that Guilleme had given her before. The locket was open now, and a woman's face was inside. The portrait was blurry, and the face in the picture could belong to anyone. But Rosa cradled it like it was her child. Isn't Mother beautiful? What? So, the estranged father she has is Guilleme? She wants to sleep with her father? What? You've probably forgotten her. But she was the most beautiful woman ever. It's no wonder you fell for her father. You depraved witch! I am not your father. I was never able to. Don't you dare deny it. Mother told me so. Mother is always right. That is why I am here. Get away from me. I am the angel of vengeance. Oh, Father, please understand. You hurt her so much. Her hate only fueled her love. She still loves you a lot. Shut up! Guilleme spat. Stop calling me father. I have never had a child with any woman. Rosa just laughed. Why are you so embarrassed, Father? Is it because you were aroused by my body? Do I confuse you? Don't hold yourself back. I really love you. Mother loved me too. Our own flesh calls out to us. Isn't it romantic? It is beautiful in its perversion. This is definitely taking a weird-ass turn for the creepy. Probably even more than the fact that she has a vagina full of teeth. We are creatures of desire. It is an inherently natural phenomenon. Any desire is justifiable, no matter how depraved. Okay. You are the kind of creature I despise. Twisted, hungry, self-righteous. You are rabid. Guilleme's hateful words just heightened Rosa's pleasure. I love when you call me such dirty words, Father. Oh God, this is going into daddy territory. No! I love it, I love it! If it distresses you, then I won't treat you like my father, but simply a man. That doesn't help. This is getting into really disturbing territory. Such little details don't matter to me at all. Love is all you need, isn't it? Love conquers all. Guilleme gritted his teeth. Yes, yes, it does. Mother loved me with her whole heart. She loved me in thought and body. That is why I was able to live through centuries without feeding. Her love is the only love I need. You, on the other hand, you are vile, repugnant, filthy. Rosa licked the sweat off Guilleme's neck. Her tongue slid on his skin so enticingly, the hair on Guilleme's arms stood up. She was so near now, her skin glistened with sweat. Her lips were wet and plump like apples. Guilleme shut his eyes. He wanted to push her away despite his petrified body, but his mind was torn. A part of him frolicked upon the thought of kissing her neck, pulling her hair, running his lips on her shoulders, pushing her wrists down onto the floor. He bit his lip, and his teeth broke through skin. The pain gave him momentary control over his drugged mind. If he didn't find a way to stop the spell soon, it would be his downfall. Oh, but what a temptation you are, you shameless rake. You are enticing in your debauchery. I've been so good all these years, I didn't even feed once. And you just eat and eat and eat to your little heart's content. Where's your direct discretion, you pig? You even stole away Catherine's love before I got a taste. It's not fair. I don't know what you're talking about. Rosa giggled. Don't play dumb with me. I am the only one who understands your nature. We are two of a kind. You can't lie to me. Then release me. I have done nothing to you. Rosa licked her lips. I'm sorry, darling, but I can't. As long as you exist, I can never have peace. Knowing that you're out in the world feeding. I'll get jealous, you see. You crazy witch. Rosa just laughed, and Guilleme felt a rising terror as she pressed her body against his. I love you so much. Her voice was barely above a whisper. I can't control myself any longer. You'll be my first and last feeding. Did you enjoy the dream of me, Guilleme? I made the spell stronger now. I'll make sure you won't get away this time. Guilleme was silent for a moment. Then a low snicker escaped from his mouth. What's so funny? You, pathetic little girl, I pity you. With these words, the spell started to waver just a little bit. At least I have the decency to own my curse and not hide under self-righteous proclamations. I get to enjoy the scraps of our despicable lives. And you? How does it taste living under your mother's rotting love? You're probably tired of it by now, aren't you? Mommy's love doesn't taste so good after decades of sucking on it. Guilleme's hunch was correct. The spell was a charm to entice and seduce. It was linked directly to the caster. If he could distract Rosa, the hold of the charm would weaken. Already he could feel sensation return to his fingers. In the end, you're just a leech, feeding off of an ancient decomposing love. It's no wonder you're insane. Ooh. Rosa pushed him onto the floor. She was still powerful. The curse hadn't lost all of its effect. Guilleme's back hit the floor with a thud. Rosa climbed on top of him. She pushed on his neck with her weight and squeezed. Guilleme let out a painful groan. Oh, God, that sounded awful. You do not talk about my mother that way. The levels of hate and desire mixed and saturated the air. It suffused Guilleme's senses. His mind went blank for a moment. I will make you pay for your words. I will suck you dry to nothing but a husk. I will devour your mind. I will take it all. Your love will fill me up, but I know Mother's love will still be the best. Guilleme felt the cold, sharp knife savagely tearing at his clothes. The fear surfaced on his senses and snapped him back, but Guilleme just laughed again. Take it. Take my body. Make yourself feel good, Rosa. I feel sorry for you. It had been a while since he had been violated like this. He thought he had been able to run away from being smarter, being dominant. The bitterness of being an object of desire sent a coating of gall up his throat. But he only flashed a sadistic grin. You don't even have to kill me soon. Why not make me your slave? I'm sure there's a worthy punishment for all the victims I've claimed. Rosa stopped once again, confused at his words. You're just like the rest of them. He laughed maniacally. Just like everyone else. Go on, dear. Why did you stop? He is chuckling now. His deranged eyes stared at Rosa. Pain sifted through the cracks. It is most humbling to be reminded of my real purpose, Rosa. Use me. Use me for your pleasure, for your vengeance or your justice. Then throw me away. In the end, we are all just using each other. He laughed again. Love? Love doesn't exist. It is just fear wrapped in a pretty package. Only desire is real. Only need. He looked up at Rosa with a sneer. How much of your mother do you really remember? I don't remember anything, any creature birthing me, do you? Shut up, you worm! You must admit the possibility that this mother you speak of was simply a stranger who took to you because of our curse. Rosa's mouth hung open in shock. Must be why it is easy for you to use her memory to justify your filth. That's not true. I love Mother with all my heart. I'm doing what Mother wants. I just follow her orders. I am her vessel. She lives through me. Then answer me this. Why would any mother who loves her child want her to be a murderer? She doesn't love you. She's just using you. Same as how you are using her to survive. Rosa clamped her hands tighter on Guilleme's neck. Shut up! Shut up! I'm doing this because Mother is always right. I am avenging her. Really? Guilleme choked. Go on in. Why don't you ask your mother why you are here? Why you are really here? Maybe she's just enjoying the show. That's not true. Mother loves me. Is this fourth wall breaking? Because I just got an achievement saying fourth wall. Kind of weird. Rosa's eyes lost focus. She struggled to listen to Mother's voice. Mother, should I really be doing this? I'm just going to sit back and listen. Mother, please answer me. Tell me why I'm here. Why did you lead me here? Am I really doing the right thing? Is he right? Do you not love me? You are forcing me to become a murderer. Do you even love me, Mother? I'm just kind of sitting there watching to see what happens. This is kind of interesting. I will eventually probably go back and do more. Mother, don't you love me anymore? I have followed all your commands all this time. I have obeyed you. I did everything for you. Do you even care for me? Tell me why, Mother. Answer me. Why won't you talk to me? I knew it from the start. You are just a bitter, scornful woman full of spite. I hate you. You've abandoned me. What? Are you not going to speak again? Have you run out of your gall? Say something! Rosa screamed with tears in her eyes. All this time that I have spent with you, I have always obeyed you. I loved you, Mother. You were always so cruel to me. So many times you called me a monster, blamed me, and hurt me. But despite the hurt, I never wanted to get rid of you. I thought, to endure the pain, isn't that real love? To continue hurting and sacrificing proves how true my love is. All my tears should mean something. Nobody told me that was a lie. She continued sobbing, crumpled by the wall and pulling desperately on her hair. She would shout her anger sometimes, would whisper sometimes. Then her head snapped back in alert. She cupped her hands on her ears, her face contorted into worry. Mother? Did you say something? I didn't hear you. Please, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say those things. I was just... Please don't be angry. I love you, Mother. Please come back. I'm nothing without you. I don't want to be alone. Rosa sobbed with grief. Just come back to me, Mother. I'll never question you again. Guilleme felt his full consciousness return to him. The sickly, nauseating atmosphere in the room started to dissipate. The spell was losing effect, but his body still refused to follow his orders. He crawled to where she had dropped the large knife. He stretched out his fingers to reach the weapon. So, I could probably sit here not saying anything, and he would probably kill her. But if I also say kill him, she would kill him. I think I'm gonna go down this darker path, just out of curiosity. Mother? Mother, please talk to me. Please, I want to hear your voice. No, please, please talk to me. Don't leave me, Mother, please. No. Rosa whimpered in a corner, searching for Mother's voice. She kept calling for Mother to talk to her, but she didn't seem to be answering. She would laugh for a bit, and then stare blankly at the ceiling. The candle died out. The spell was lifted from the room, as the last glimmer of its light faded. Without Mother, without magic, Rosa cried, grasping at the tiny shards of her sanity. Guilleme's limbs felt free. He stood up from the floor, watching the broken girl press herself into a corner. His lips stretched into a smile, an idea forming in his head. Well, I did offer to take care of you, didn't I, Rosa? He approached the girl gingerly. She scuttled away from his touch, but he cooed and coaxed until she let him touch her. He stroked her head gently, smoothing her messy hair. Rosa clung to his hand, kissing and nibbling at his fingers fondly. Gilly? Ah, you poor thing. I'm sorry, Gilly. Mother is not talking to me anymore. But I hate her anyways. She's always been mean to me. She's always so cruel. I see. But you were always kind and sweet. You always were. You stay with me? Please tell me you'll stay with me. Guilleme tapped his finger on his chin, seemingly mulling it over. Why not? Rosa clapped with glee and hugged Guilleme's neck. I love you, Guilleme. I always have. Really? Do you really love me, Rosa? Yes, I do. I really do. I'm sorry. Please don't leave me. I don't want to be alone. Guilleme smiled. He scooped the broken girl off the floor, her arms still draped around his neck. She giggled to herself, still talking to the non-existent voice in her head, hoping it would answer. Do you want to come with me, Rosa? I'm going on a trip. A trip? Far away. You'll take me with you? You aren't angry at me anymore? Do you forgive me? Guilleme bit Rosa's earlobe fondly. He dug his tongue inside her ear. Rosa moaned. Never. But I'll take you with me if you want. Would you like that? I would. In return, you will feed me, won't you, Rosa? You'll give your father love. Yes, Father, anything you want. Oh, God, it's getting even more creepy. Just don't leave me. You promise? Yes. Implied incest. Yeah, I'd say so. I'll do anything for you. I'll do anything for you. Such a sweet girl you are. Don't worry, I won't ever leave you. You're going to be a good girl. Rosa whimpered. The two figures disappeared into the shadows. Huh. Oh, this is ending 3. So I'm getting actually close to the ending of this. Interesting. Surrogate. Let's see what this ending is. Oh, that was the ending. Okay, never mind. Interesting, interesting. So there is multiple endings to this. Although I'm guessing it's not that many endings. I'm guessing it's going to be like an ending of if I convince Rosa to kill him, if I don't kill him, or probably depending on maybe the choices I make in the other area where... God, that music is creepy as hell. Your main purpose is revenge. Called Rosa a monster, opened Guilleme's locket, told Rosa that family is the most important thing, convinced Rosa that Catherine was selfish, read more Guilleme's journal, and took Guilleme's key. Huh. Interesting, interesting. So yeah, there are definitely interesting things. So again, looks like depending on what Mother says and what you tell Rosa to do, you get a different ending. Interesting. Well, I'll definitely be continuing more in the next part. But for now, this is StarPrincessHLC saying thank you very much for watching, and have a fond farewell.